Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that honestly feels like a political thriller. We're getting dropped right into the middle of a secret war for city's soul. It's this incredibly complex web of power, loyalty, and survival, and we are about to untangle every single thread.
This one question, right here, it was asked during a huge moment of crisis, and it just perfectly captures the harsh reality that all of our key players are facing. I mean, it cuts right to the heart of the matter, you know? In their world, power isn't given, it's taken. And as we're about to see, the rules are about to be completely rewritten. So, our story really kicks off right after this super contentious city council votes. Just when everyone thinks the official business is done for the night, the city's new leader, the prince, a figure named Ninev, makes this absolutely shocking move to lock down her power. Now, this wasn't just some political maneuver. This was a fundamental change to the very fabric of their society. She just stands up and declares that every single citizen is going to be subjected to this powerful and deeply controversial form of magic. And you can bet that sent immediate shockwaves through the entire political landscape. And this is where the stakes become crystal clear. We're not talking about taxes or some policy debate here. The blood bond, it's basically a magical chain. It forces loyalty, it twists your emotions, and it completely erases your personal freedom. So this decree isn't just a power play, it is a bid for absolute, total control over every single soul in the city. So in the weeks that followed, the city kind of fell into this quiet, uneasy state. But underneath that calm surface, a few key figures, well, they didn't just sit back and accept this new reality. Nope. They started their own projects, each one moving to grab influence and power on their own terms, far away from the prince's direct gaze. First up, we've got the Undertaker. His strategy is classic grassroots organizing, but with a pretty dark twist. By building a street gang from the ground up, he's creating a power base that's completely outside the established elite. It's a force that plays by its own rules, and its loyalty, that's to him and him alone. And this quote right here, it gets right to his motivation. See, it's not just about power for its own sake. His whole project is a direct philosophical challenge to the prince's decree. For the Undertaker, loyalty has to be earned. It can never, ever be magically forced. Then there's Stefan, and he takes the total opposite approach. He's not building some outside force. He's trying to seize the levers of power from within the system. By going after the port and its unions, he's aiming to control the city's economic lifelines. I mean, think about it. If you control the resources, you make yourself indispensable. And our third player, Zane, he walks a different path entirely. He's all about ideological influence. He's busy expanding his secretive cult, building this following that's bound together by belief and his own personal charisma. It's a great reminder that sometimes the strongest control isn't political or economic. It's cultural and spiritual. But here's the thing. These internal power games, they aren't happening in a vacuum. While all the city's leaders are scheming, there are these dangerous external factions making their own moves, and they're threatening to shatter this fragile peace entirely. So our characters find themselves caught between two known evils. On one hand, you have the Sabbat. They're violent extremists just bent on pure destruction. On the other hand, you have the Setites, an insidious cult that prefers to corrupt from within, using secrets and temptation as their weapons. One is a hammer, the other is a poison. And as if that wasn't enough to deal with, things get even more complicated with the arrival of a pair of mysterious twins. Against all odds, they've been granted sanctuary and protection by the city's leadership, which, you can imagine, raised a lot of eyebrows. The city was instantly flooded with speculation. And the biggest rumor? That these newcomers are ex-Sopt defectors from the very group trying to destroy them. So the big question is, are they genuine refugees? Or are they a Trojan horse sent to tear the city apart from the inside? Nobody knows for sure. So while some characters were totally focused on building a future, two of them were completely consumed by the past. They launched these separate, deeply personal investigations to uncover long-buried truths, each one searching for a different kind of ghost. For one of these investigators, a guy named Matt, the journey was totally internal. He's being haunted by these ghostly visions and all this unresolved anger from a past relationship. So he starts to turn inward. His investigation wasn't about the city, it was about his own fractured mind, and it all came to a head in a single pained cry. Just two words: but it's this raw, emotional breakthrough. The thing is, it's one that only deepens the mystery of what exactly was done to him and why. This hatred is the one clear thing he can hold on to in a sea of confusing memories, and it's pushing him toward a confrontation he might not be ready for. At the exact same time, another investigator, Joshua, was preparing this dangerous, super complex blood magic ritual, and his target? The city's previous prince, who vanished without a trace months ago. This ritual is his last, best hope to finally find out what really happened to the old regime.
Okay, this is where all these simmering plots finally boil over. Two critical events happen at the exact same time, and they force our players to make these impossible choices that are going to change absolutely everything.
So Joshua's elaborate ritual, it succeeds. He enters a trance, and in that moment, he is on the verge of learning the fate of the lost leader. And this isn't just about solving an old mystery. This truth has the power to completely shatter the city's fragile peace and maybe even delegitimize the new prince's rule entirely.
And at that exact same moment, Zane, the artist, the cult leader, gets an unexpected phone call. It's an offer that comes completely out of the blue, a chance to leave the city and all of its deadly politics behind for a future of international fame that he never, ever imagined was possible.
The offer comes from a global pop star, an invitation to join her on a world tour. It represents a clean break, a vibrant, creative future, completely separate from all the shadows and power games that have defined his entire existence. It's a whole different world, just offered to him on a silver platter. So this leaves every single character at a critical crossroads. They have to choose. Do you dig deeper into a dangerous past that could destroy everyone, or do you abandon the fight for a personal future you never even dreamed of? Their decisions, no doubt, are going to shape the fate of this entire hidden society.